1 year after my dad abandoned us, my mom got engaged and said that her fiancé only wants my brother to stay with them, and I will have to figure life out by myself. I'm 15 now, and honestly, this past year has been hell. My dad just disappeared one day. Didn't even say goodbye in person, just texted me, "Be good," after he moved out. Mom didn't tell me they were getting divorced until the papers were already filed. She said he was overwhelmed with everything, whatever that means. Then 2 months ago, she drops another bomb. She's been dating this guy Robert for 3 months, and they're engaged. I barely had time to process that she was seeing someone when she announced he'd be my stepdad. I told her 5 months wasn't long enough to really know someone. That pissed Robert off, apparently. When I met him 2 weeks later, he was super playful with my 4-year-old brother, but completely cold to me. I figured it was just because my brother's younger and easier to connect with. Then came the real conversation. Mom sat me down and explained that Robert got this amazing job offer out of state. They were moving and taking my brother, but I'd be staying with Grandma. I said I'd move with them. I didn't want to lose another parent. That's when she admitted the truth. Robert only wanted my brother because he's young enough to build a relationship with. He thought I was too old, too stuck on my parents' marriage, and would never accept him, especially after I questioned their engagement timeline. Mom agreed with him. She wanted me to stay back and figure out my life on my own because she deserved a shot at happiness. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. If anyone should have been on my side, it was her. I told her I wanted to move to Grandma's that day. Within a week, I was packed and gone. Didn't even say goodbye to her, just my little brother. Grandma's been amazing. She didn't judge, didn't force me to talk about it, just let me process everything at my own pace. Then came my 16th birthday 2 weeks later. We were having dinner at her house, just the two of us and my little brother who'd come to visit. Mom and Robert showed up uninvited with a grocery store cake, trying to act like everything was normal. That's when Grandma handed me an envelope. Inside were keys and a property deed to her downtown penthouse apartment, the one she stays at occasionally when she wants to be close to the city. "It's yours," Grandma said. "Fully paid off, worth about $2.3 million. My mom's fork actually clattered onto her plate. Robert's eyes went huge. I just sat there holding these keys, unable to process what was happening. Suddenly, Robert got really interested in me. Started asking about my plans for the property, if I'd thought about property management, whether I understood the responsibility. He suggested maybe they should all move into the penthouse together as a family since it was bigger than their planned rental. Mom jumped right in. "That actually makes sense, sweetie. We could help you manage everything. You're too young to handle something this big alone." I looked at Grandma. She had this tiny smile on her face, like she'd been waiting for exactly this reaction. "Actually," I said, "I'm moving in next week. Grandma's already connected me with a lawyer who's setting up a trust. Nobody can touch it until I'm 25, and even then, it stays in my name only." Robert's face turned bright red. He started going off about how disrespectful I was being, how family sticks together, how I was being manipulative. My mom tried calming him down, but he turned on her too. "This is exactly why I didn't want her coming with us," he snapped. "She's vindictive and clearly turned your own mother against you." That's when Grandma slowly stood up. The room went dead silent. "The reason I gave her the apartment," Grandma said quietly, "is because 2 months ago, your mother called asking to borrow $50,000 for your business opportunity. When I said no, she stopped visiting, stopped bringing my grandson. This is the first time I've seen him in 8 weeks." My mom went completely pale. Robert grabbed his coat and stormed out without another word. Mom tried explaining, making excuses about how she was just trying to help Robert get his business started, how she thought Grandma would understand, but Grandma cut her off. "When you choose a man you barely know over your own child, you lose both. I moved into the penthouse 3 days ago. It's huge and empty, and sometimes scary at night, but it's mine. Grandma comes by twice a week to have dinner with me. She's teaching me how to budget, how to handle the property taxes, how to be independent. My little brother's room is ready whenever he wants to visit. I set it up with all his favorite things. Mom hasn't called once, but I'm starting to think that's okay. Sometimes the people who are supposed to love you most are the ones who hurt you worst, and sometimes the person who saves you is the one who's been watching quietly all along."